Hello everybody, this is Emily from Vintage Polka Dot Shop, and this is my third time trying to record this simple and quick video, and third time's the charm. So I'm Emily from Vintage Polka Dot Shop, and today I'm going to share with you these quick, easy, simple pockets, cardstock, and then it's made from these vintage wax like deli squares, and they look like this. They're just this beautiful, yummy color, and they're just wonderfully aged and old. Here's the package. They were for your hamburger press, and not being acid-free packaging, they've aged beautifully. I have more than I will ever use, so about the time this video goes up, probably beforehand, I am gonna go ahead and list them in my Etsy shop because I don't need this many. As wonderful and as much fun as these are to play with, I don't need this many. They would be super cute, like just on a page on a journal, attached like this, maybe with some brads or stitching, and then you could have cute little, peekaboo moment, or you could stitch it in as a pocket. But what I decided to do was glue these onto brown cardstock. Now, I did one in my first video that didn't record because I took a still picture instead of a video on a scrap of Tim Holtz paper, and isn't that just fun, where you can see the image poking through. You could even make these as a floating pocket and like just pin them in and just put something pretty on the back, because I use 3-in-1 glue, which is one of my favorites, and as you can see, it shows. And I suspect most glues would show through, but I'm not a glue expert, so maybe something else wouldn't. So feel free to share below if you're like, oh, I use blah, blah, blah glue and it wouldn't show. So, because we'd all like to know that. All right, and then I can't remember if I said, because this is my third video, but these postcards I got at Amazon, and I just love them. Love them so much. So I will share a link below for those. Okay, so super, super, super duper, duper, duper easy. And believe me, I am now I had to use this, I used a scrap. Oh, I didn't say what I cut. For the ones from the journals I did 4x5. This one is a little bit wider. The paper, these wax paper squares are 5.5 inches, but if you have deli paper or tracing paper or vellum, then you could cut it to whatever size you want, and this would work. So the size isn't really important, but in case you're wondering, or you have some of these squares or something like this, and you're wondering what size of, what's this? Paper that I cut. So this is a scrap from my stash because I didn't feel like cutting up more paper for it, and it's pretty close. It's a little wider than 4, so it's not quite 4x5. But the technique would be the same. So what I like to do is just kind of even up the top, and then just take a handy dandy clip, super duper easy, and then I'm just folding. I'm not using a scoreboard or anything. It's not very thick paper, and I'm trying to push it all the way to the edge without like bowing the paper. Alrighty, so I kind of got my thing set here, and now we're gonna cut catty corner there and cut off the corners, and boom, there is your pocket. Little 3-in-1 glue, and I don't think it matters if you start with the bottom or the sides. On all the rest I started with the sides, so maybe we'll find out if it matters. I don't think I've done any where I started with the bottom first. And I'm just kind of pulling the paper up so you get a nice crisp edge. And if you wrinkle the paper a little bit, it does kind of show, which I kind of like. I think it just adds character to it in a great way. So I'm just gonna run this in the stimulating television here, only on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna do that one. And when I made these, mass made a whole bunch, I clipped all of them, each one to the back, the paper, the cardstock. Then I went through and I folded them all. Then I went through and cut the corners. Then I went through and glued, and that, I got them done super fast that way. So this would be a great way to mass make things. All right, and we don't need the clip anymore. And then we got our handy dandy circle punch. Mine is 1 inch, but you could go bigger if you wanted to, or not do it at all. Or, you know, you could slide. I don't think this one would work. You may not be able to do that. If you wanted to do the divot and not have it on the back, you might need to do it before you attach it to the paper. But I'm fine with it this way. And put the little cap on my glue and get that out of the way. Now, you don't have to ink, but I love to ink. And this, because it's not archival ink, because it's the distress ink, it's going to be super duper subtle. It looks like it's showing up on camera. But that's kind of what I'm going for. So I do the edges by holding that up so they're nice and dark there. And then I've just been kind of, as you can see from my paper underneath me here, I have been just sliding it around. You know, just sometimes I like to lift it up and get it good in the corners, and other times I don't worry about it. So we're just going for a nice, soft, subtle, and I think it works really well with this color of old wax paper. I think it just really goes with it and works great. But as I said, you don't have to do it. I mean, the paper is already old. Okay, now I set out a sticker for myself, and I can't find it. So, I guess I need to grab, here, there it is. I got it. Now, since I'm on camera, it's going to take me 20 minutes to peel the back off. So if you need a cup of coffee or you want to put your feet up. And I got these stickers. I'm pretty sure I got them off of Amazon, though the person that was selling them on Amazon probably got them from AliExpress. I'm sure you can get them on Etsy. If I can find the link, I'll put it below. But there were 60 in the package. I have no idea what I paid for them. I've had them for a long time. I've been gathering stuff for these Woodland journals, but I do really like them. Now, I did not ink around these stickers because I don't want the edges of the stickers to like pop. I just want the sticker to be there. It doesn't even need it once you put the postcard in or your journaling card or whatever. I mean, that's really what's supposed to be the star of the show, but I can't help myself. I just, wanted something pretty on there so when it's empty. And, another thing you could do is you could put the sticker on your cardstock, then put the paper on and do that. So then when there's nothing in here, it's still pretty. Just a thought. You could stamp the paper. You could stamp the cardstock. I mean, you just could do so much. So there we go. I am already done. Can you believe it? So here's the yummy postcard. And we'll just slide it in there. And the nice thing about gluing this around the back is you don't lose any real estate to glue along the top, the sides and the bottoms and all that. So I hope you're having a great day, and I will put a link if I think about it, or if I'm on top of it, I will put a link in the description below for these in my Etsy shop. And feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!